Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on top right side as the US player, we have Death Machine. Spawn as his British ally, we have jefflans. Spawn as left side as the Wehrmacht player, we have Phil. Spawn as his other Wehrmacht, or no, that's Panzer Elite player, we have Zarko. And I don't hear any music playing, do we? Nope, we got the music playing now. Of course, got the barracks been pulling out, got 2 engineers, looks like. Yep, only 2 engineers. British forces. Let's see what he's going for. There tends to be a bit more variety what British players go for in the beginning. Go to the infantry section, point the lieutenant, and then pack up. Wehrmacht corps pulling out of the field, but don't got these guys queued up to go task to other locations. Kaliningrad capturing up that fuel point as well as the munitions point there. Now come to the strategic point there, but that's not a cutoff point. This is the cutoff point there. These pioneers need to get over here. And now this munitions point is being captured on up. Scope rifles advancing on forward. We got these intersections advancing forward as well. Jeeps now advancing on forward. We've got these pioneers capturing that fuel point. Do now the Bren carrier being deployed on out, so he did not go for lieutenant yet, going straight for the Bren carrier. Maybe packing up the HQ soon. Maybe not. Yep, now he's packing on up. Scope rifle squad backing on off. We got the Panzer Grenadiers advancing on forward, trying to capture that munitions point. US engineers captured these points here as well, but this fuel point is captured, but not in supply. Panzer Grenadiers advancing forward, does got deployed designated marksman on one of the Panzer Grenadiers. MG42 sitting on up to support the Panzer Grenadiers, but we'll have trouble versus that Bren carrier. But does get some damage there. Kaliningrad decapturing this fuel point, very, very nice. Cutting off the point. I think the British HQ wants to set up in that sector. Point's been decaptured. Now the Kaliningrad will need back on off there. Receive quite a bit of damage. MG42 finally getting some good damage there onto the Bren carrier. And now we've got this Bren carrier now falling back. MG42 is Shinvog is advancing forward, trying to pursue that Bren carrier. Bren carrier is down to pathetic health. Yeah, hello, pathetic health. And now it's at dead health. Intersection does, of course, abandon the Bren carrier there. It does fire some bullets there, but currently can't sprint around anywhere because it's out of supply. Kaliningrad being repaired on up while captured that point. Very nice. Pioneers advance forward, trying to repair up that Shimboggin. Does get suppression there on that intersection now. Scope rifle squad advancing forward, but without MG14 in the region, they won't be able to advance any further than that. Jeep now advancing forward. We've got these Panzer Grenadiers behind some heavy cover there. Rifleman also pushing way forward as well. We're trying to knock these guys out of cover, which he is successful with. Engineers now advancing forward, trying to gauge these pioneers. Does take out the Jeep there entirely. Intersection is, or Rifleman is behind some light cover there. Down south, we've got the Scope Rifle Squad skirmishing around, trying to go around the Shimboggin. I'm not sure where the MG42 may be at, but this is the Pioneer. There's MG42 with the Volksgrenadier coming down there to support. Volksgrenadier still behind this sector. Pioneers and Engineers are staring each other at a long, not really that long range, and now be shooting at each other now. Rifleman is making his way up north. We got the Kaliningrad captured some points, and these Panzer Grenadiers have now abandoned that heavy cover and making their way over to the right flank. Rifleman coming over for us here, trying to support the Engineers. It looks like the Engineers will win out, given enough time. Kaliningrad does spot this observation post there, so can't decapture that one. I got the Rifleman's trying to engage that Kaliningrad. Oh, here we've got these Panzer Grenadiers pushing way forward, got them behind heavy cover. MG42 trying to set on up.
NCOs reporting they have destroyed a German target.
Lieutenant is a little bit exposed. Does need to pull them back a little bit. Got 3 intersections here. Got the Ford HQ here as well. Not a great spot for a great fuel point, but does give him some fuel. Maybe eyeing for some sort of Stuart rush. The current rate's going for the infantry support truck now. The MG42 does get decrewed there, so one of these squads need to push forward and capture it. Volks Grenadier are probably the best ones for that job, since they won't get a squad wipe for capturing it. Does recapture that MG42 now. STG squad receiving a bit of fire and dancing around with heavy cover. Sniper still firing away. At this point, it's getting pretty well locked down. Got the 2-2. Does detonate the landmine there. Spotted by the Kenigrad. That could have been deployed out by the rifleman, but there's also engineer here, so maybe deploy out with the engineer. He does want to pack up the headquarters command truck and follows on back. We now have the infantry support truck deployed out as well, trying to find a better sector. It does redeploy the infantry support truck or the headquarters command truck there after retreating. We'll receive some fire there, but nothing that's too lethal, or the opposite of lethal. Sniper and STG squad advancing on forward. We got the 2-2 here to support as well. No true Austin over here. Infantry sections could retreat back to his Ford HQ. Now do have a motor pool deployed on out. Field support truck now deployed on the field. He has quite a bit of fuel, so he could perhaps supply the captain and then eye for the armor command truck. Captain's on the build queue now. Engineers now pushing the way forward, along with these infantry sections. Don't really have any counter to the 2-2 at the moment. We do now have a fresh stag hound on the field, or T-17. T-2 does make himself known. We've got the Bren upgrade on one of these squads, so we can pass button the 2-2. Let's get some damage there on 2-2. Most of these guys are falling on back with that big assault over here. Of course, both these Panzer Grenadiers in this region. One has STG. Let's take a quick look at everybody's doctrines and loadouts. Of course, the British player has the 3 sections, Lieutenant, Captain, and we do see a Stuart now being deployed on the field. The US player is an unknown doctrine, got 2 T-17s, but highly likely it's going to be armor if he's gotten 2 T-17s. 2 T-17s are now advanced forward against good damage there on those pioneers. We also got the riflemen. Over here, we do have the... For the Pencil player, 3 Pencil Grenadiers, 2 2-2-2s, 1 severely wounded, 1 not so wounded, and vet 1. There is a Wehrmacht landmine there. And as Schimwagen and his Volkswagen squad may need to fall back, the Staghounds are in this region. Does find a couple of shots there on the snipers, but they don't get a kill there. Does avoid this Wehrmacht landmine as well. And maybe another one here. That's usually a common mine placement, but looks like not. There's an incomplete landmine for the Wehrmacht player there. An unknown doctrine for the other US for the Wehrmacht player. Oh nope, that's definitely not unknown doctrine. That is Scorched Earth. That was the city trap laid down there by the Kenigrad. Stuart does find a landmine by the Wehrmacht player. And down south, we've got these infantry sections now advancing forward. ITF track has been deployed out on the field. We've got also Pack 38 and snipers push way forward. And he may find this landmine. No, he does not find this landmine. Does he have field repairs? Yes, he does have field repairs. So if he does find a landmine, he can quickly repair up the damage and crits, more importantly. MG42 is setting on up, trying to find some good suppression near. section here does get suppressed. Got the STG squad advancing on forward and does annihilate. Was that the Brent squad? The Brit is losing a lot of important units right there. He did lose the Brent squad. Lieutenant does manage to escape on out of there. Not in further pursuit. Intersection does fall back as well. Now got the T-17s now advancing on forward. If you've got global pairs have been activated, maybe a bit prematurely. Maybe it was a little bit wounded. Does get the damage crit there from the light TF track. Does get fully mobilized there. The global repairs will potentially top off his health. But he's maintained enough damage that it doesn't get repaired on up. Pack 3 does go down. Global repairs have been completed and no more repairs, so that is going to be a fully mobilized D-17. Does get multiple engine crits there. Armor cars get some great rear armor hits there from the 222s. Panzerfaust does connect as well to get one of the T-17s. One of the 222s receive quite a bit of fire there. This 222 may get killed off by his buddy. And this 222 will go on down. Got another round of global repairs being activated. This one no longer was not the one that had any sort of crits, so all of his stat counts are still very much live. This one does get efficiency, well, does get that sandbag animator. I honestly don't know if that does anything. I don't really know the efficiency effects of some of these units, like the T-17. These forces do fall back in time. And the snipers do avoid the stat count fire. Stat counts are still going up around, receiving a bit of fire here and there, but they still have plenty of health. That's 5 T-17s, 1 rifleman, 1 engineer. This is going to be solely focused on deploying out more and more T-17s as his build. We do have... Nope, that's not a cache. There's a cache there. He would definitely need a lot of munitions for maintaining those field repairs if he really wants to be hyper-aggressive. 2 now receive some fire from these T-17s. Damage and crit there. No landmines retreat path. STG squad is not a good squad to help protect that 222. And there goes that 222. T-17 does get some good shots there. Volksgrenadier seeing quite a bit of fire. Does take out one of the T-17s now. Stewart is in the region. He could go for a canister round. Good hits there. Does take out the Pack 38. The Panzer player only has STG squads. There's no more AT on the field. That is a massive problem. His teammate does have 1 Pack 38, but needs perhaps... Probably not Grenadiers. Canister rounds are probably a little bit too effective. They need to get out a Stug, probably. As well as maybe a Martyr. Looks like the Panzer player maybe saving up some Panthers. He has the manpower for it. Maybe not the research, however. We also know he's gone for Scorched Earth. That Pack 38 does get captured on up, but will get decrewed there. Got a full squad wipe on that British infantry. Sniper may go down. Got a pair of Pack 38s here. They have to stall for the Panthers pretty much at this point in time. Out of control, one of the Pack on the E-17s. British there on that Pack 38, sitting on up, trying to hit this guy here. Got a number of efficiency onto these T-17s. Snipers may get spotted there. STG squads advancing on forward. Going for light TF track. He may be too far away from research. He needs to get Martyrs out. That's the only thing I can say that... There we go. Oh, that's the Martyr upgrade, not the Martyr. Oh boy. He's really far away from Panthers, aren't he? Isn't he? He doesn't have enough fuel for Martyrs, and Martyrs are supposed to be dirt cheap.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
Times you wish you would have gone for Tank Hunter and got out a couple Hetzers. You now got Stag Hounds to support the Stag Hounds. These ones are upgraded to 50 cals. Got the Stewart here as well. And now there's going to be a lot of fire here, as well as suppression. It's probably just game for the allies, or for the Axis. Casting round was fired there, not really that great, however. Light track is firing away, but not being ultra successful. See a hit there to short engine crit onto that Staghound. And that's the British Staghound, so they can't move around. And the Wehrmacht player has back to the game now. Got a... Yep, I'm not sure what that is. I can't speak foreign. Or can't read foreign. Or speak it. Either way, this is Android saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.